Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone.
What is up, you guys? Gold Pony here today in the 2018 Nissan Maxima, courtesy of Hanover Nissan in Hanover, PA. And so it has been a couple years actually since I've reviewed this one, so I am back at it again tonight. So as always, you guys, let's start with pricing. And so for 2018, there are several different trim levels available for the 2018 Maxima. First one being the S, that is going to start at $33,020. Then there is the SV for $35,020, the SL for $37,440. Then you have the SR, that is going to be the sportier version, for $38,280. And lastly, the highest trim level available, the one I am in today, that is going to be the Platinum for $40,690. But so when it comes to the power plant of the 2018 Maxima, powering this one is going to be the 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 that is going to put out 300 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 261 pound-feet of torque available at 4,400 RPM. Power is going to be sent to the front wheels through an Xtronic CVT, and 0 to 60 time on this one is going to come in at approximately 5.8 seconds, with MPG numbers coming in at 21 in the city, 30 on the highway. And I will say, before I do the acceleration on this one, there are a couple drive modes for the 2018 Maxima as well. And so the drive mode button is going to be located behind the shifter. You have the normal driving mode, which is going to be your everyday driving basically, and then you have the sport driving mode. And what that sport driving mode is going to do is adjust the suspension settings, throttle response, the shift points of course, and the steering sensitivity as well. So we will be testing that out in a little bit here. But for now, as always, you guys, let's do a quick little acceleration test and see if the 2018 Maxima really feels like 0 to 60 in 5.8. Certainly puts you in the back of your seat, I can tell you that. I can only imagine how much more power this thing would deliver to the ground if it had an all-wheel drive system available. But for now, more than adequate acceleration there. But then continuing on, braking is equally important. Up front, there are 12.6-inch rotors. In the back, 12.1-inch rotors. And in my short little drive so far, I've certainly had no issues with bringing this one to a stop. So the braking feel is definitely nice. And then touching on the handling a bit, in the front, there is an independent strut front suspension. In the back, a multi-link rear suspension. There are front and rear stabilizer bars as well. And if you go with the SR trim level, remember I said that was the sporty one, you will get a sport tuned suspension with that one as well. And as far as the steering feel goes, even in sport mode, it is not the heaviest steering feel. I would have liked to have a little heavier steering feel in a car like the Maxima, but it works. It's not that bad. And when it comes to ride quality, I actually just went over some railroad tracks right there. It is certainly soaking up the bumps very well, so I'm definitely impressed there. But I will say another little constructive criticism on this one, because it looks so nice and it is quite stylish, the rear visibility is hindered ever so slightly, so it is a little more difficult to see out the back. But honestly, it's nothing that would dissuade me from getting a Nissan Maxima, let's say. But so now, enough of the driving dynamics, you guys. Let's check out the exterior of the 2018 Nissan Maxima. And so to start, there is a new color for the 2018 Maxima, and that is going to be carnelian red. Also new for 2018 is going to be new black accents within that front grille as well. And speaking of the front, to the sides are halogen headlights for the S, SV, and SL trim levels with the automatic feature, meaning when it starts to get dark out, those headlights will turn on automatically for you there. And all trim levels are going to get LED daytime running lights along with fog lights just below, and you will get LED headlights if you go with the SR or Platinum trim level. Then make your way to the sides. There are power adjustable side mirrors for the S trim level. The SV trim level and up is going to give you heated outside mirrors with LED integrated turret signals. And then towards the back of the Maxima, of course, there is that floating roof line, which they originally pioneered when they first came out with the Maxima. Then looking down, when it comes to the wheel setup, you will get 18-inch aluminum alloy wheels for all trim levels but the SR, because that SR trim level is going to give you 19-inch aluminum alloy wheels. Then make your way to the back. Those taillights will come with an integrated LED feature for all trim levels. There is a rear spoiler available, and the price on that rear spoiler is going to range from $405 to $430, but I do have that one today. And just below it all, there are dual exhaust outlets with chrome tips. So as always, you guys, here is that exhaust clip. Now, since we are around back, I first did want to mention to open that trunk, there actually is a button on the key fob, so simply press that if you like. But once opened up, cargo capacity is going to come in at 14.3 cubic feet. And if that was not enough space for you, those rear seats do fold down for a ton of added space if you needed it. And then make your way to the rear legroom. That comes in at 34.2 inches. So for reference, I'm an even 6 feet tall. This is how much space I have back there. And for those rear passengers, there is also a fold down rear armrest with cup holders for every single trim level, as well as rear ventilation for all trims, and there is rear USB ports for the SL trim level and up back there. Then make your way to the front seats. There are cloth seats with an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat for the S trim. The SV trim level and up is going to give you a leather finish, and those front seats will be heated as well. If you wanted ventilated seats, that's going to be with the SR or premium trim levels. And of course, what you were looking at right now, the diamond pattern stitching, which looks so ridiculously good, that is going to be exclusive to the premium trim level only. Then looking forward, there is a leather wrapped tilt and telescoping steering wheel for all trim levels. It is going to be heated on the SL and up with Alcantara inserts on the SR, and you gotta love the flat bottom to it. That of course pays homage to the Maxima's sporty nature. But so then when it comes to the startup, let me first start by showing you guys the key here. You do have lock, unlock, the panic button at the bottom, and that circular button at the top, of course, is going to be your remote start, so you can start this one up on super cold days. But if you did not want to use that, there is a push button start for every single trim level. Once started up, tachometer is going to be on your left, speedometer is on your right. There is a digital display front and center just below the outside temperature and time of the day. But with that digital display, you can adjust what is up on that screen using the steering wheel mounted controls on the left side. And with that, you can check out your tire pressures for each individual tire. You can check out the sport mode, which gives you a digital speedometer as well as how much power you're using at any given time. That's pretty cool. Also, the car is going to give you reminders like when your next oil change is going to be. There's a compass up there. You can check out your radio settings, also your average miles per gallon if you wanted to, as well as how many miles you have left until you hit empty. Also, there's some safety information up there and some other things as well. But now, making your way to the overall interior quality, you do get ambient LED lighting for the SL trim level and up. HomeLink controls also come standard for every single trim level for up to 3 different garage doors. There is also a dual panel panoramic moonroof for the SL trim level and up. That is what you're looking at right now. Also, on all trims, you're going to get dual zone climate control and an overhead sunglass storage as well. And on the premium I have today, you have got to love the wood trim. And there is a little bit of ambient lighting as well just under that wood trim, so that is definitely nice as well. It makes this one seem all that much more upscale, which it really is on the interior, I gotta say. But then looking forward, when it comes to the tech, there is an 8-inch color touchscreen display. It does come standard with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay for all trims, and that is going to give you the free navigation system through your smartphone, as well as the ability to like and dislike your Pandora songs up on that screen. Also standard is going to be Bluetooth and audio streaming, as well as a factory navigation system. Again, standard for all trim levels. That is definitely nice. And there is a ton of other things you could check out on this screen. Like you could set particular stocks you wanted to watch at any given time. I thought that was pretty cool. Also, you could check out sports scores up there as well. But so then the last thing I wanted to mention to you guys is when you do put this one in reverse, there is a reverse camera for all trim levels, letting you know who or what is behind you so you don't go running anything or anyone over, which is always is going to lead me into safety. And so to start, there are front, side, and side curtain airbags. In the back, there is latch, aka lower anchors and tethers for children for the rear car seats. Also standard is the tire pressure monitoring system I had previously mentioned. Along with vehicle dynamic control with traction control, there is also intelligent forward collision warning for all trims, along with automatic emergency braking actually as well. And for the SL trim level and up, you will get blind spot warning with rear cross traffic alert. And so, but anyways, that is about it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Feel free to follow me on social media at the bottom of the screen there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay gold.
Missing someone, and missing someone is as normal. Missing someone.